All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you a figure update video. Oh my god, it's been like freaking forever, dudes. Okay, so I did a video back in December when I was selling some of my figures, and I did make the decision then to sell off my Marvel Legends collection, but what I found was that basically there's certain figures that people want that are desirable, and then there's many figures that have been redone, for example, by Hasbro now that people don't want anymore. So there's a few spots here that are kind of empty that used to be filled. In the Avengers shelf, for example, right down here, it's kind of looking empty because I had a Giant Man in the back there, Build-A-Figure Giant Man from Toy Biz, and so I sold him. Somebody gave me, what are they, over 200 for him, so I sold him, but now there's a spot over there. So basically, I started to sell off the Marvel Legends collection, and then I started to regret it. And it was basically when I was stuck with a whole bunch of Marvel Legends that nobody wanted to pay, hardly anything for, and then all of my favorite ones that people wanted to buy. So they just wanted to buy the cool ones, and it started to look sad. Basically, I had sold off the Sentinels here, which you can see in the background that I have repurchased back now because I just couldn't live with it. I couldn't deal with it. So I had, let's see, how many Sentinels do we have here for the X-Men set? X-Men are my primary focus for Marvel Legends, and they were one of the first things I started collecting again when I got my first full-time job when I was 20. Okay, so we've got 5 Toy Biz Sentinels there. We have a painted custom that I did, and I'm not a customizer, but that one turned out pretty good. That matches the color scheme of, that's a Universe one, matches the color scheme of the Toy Biz. And then over here in the middle we have what's kind of my pride and joy, which is my custom master mold. So I painted for Toy Biz colors. So I took the Marvel Universe Sentinel, and I took the head off it, and then I painted up a master mold head. So it's kind of like the lead Sentinel with the other Sentinels around him. So all the Toy Biz all the Toy Biz Sentinels had sold, and then nobody wanted my customs. Nobody wanted the custom Universe style Sentinel or the master mold, which I thought was really weird. Now, had I have taken the time to put him on eBay, I'm sure he would have sold, but nobody locally wanted him. So it just was ugly, man. It wasn't looking good, so I decided, all right, I better get my Sentinels back. So I lost some cash in having to buy them back. But I also did buy one of the new ones here, which actually has a louder speaker than the older ones. The newer ones they made has a pretty loud speaker, and I do like the face paint. So the face paint is painted for flesh tone, which is really nice. And if we press the button here, let's try this.
Ejecting power core.
It's pretty loud.
X-Men must be detained. Mutant life form detected.
And I do like that Sentinel. I like the color scheme, but I still got to stay with the old school Toy Biz. The tentacles are so cool. To see the displays you can do with the tentacles is still just awesome for me. So my favorite. Here, you could hear the volume of that one. Now let's hear Master Mold say it. Same sounds.
Power core failure in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ejecting power core.
See, it's not as loud as the new one. So I've started to kind of update some of these for the newer, like there's the newer 3-pack. There's a Lilandra there that I just got recently. I'm still using this is an X-Men animated series is my favorite for X-Men. So I have like an X-Men animated series Wolverine, which is still my favorite to have on this display, even though I have the 3-pack. So there's that one. Love the new Professor X with the hover chair. Again, I had a Professor X custom with a hover chair before they did this one. Still have this custom Morph. This is the good guy Morph, and I've got some new heads coming for him in the bad guy version. Still have this X-Men Classics Blue Iceman, favorite Iceman figure, Bobby Drake figure, which is cool. Just got the Blink recently there in the background. You can see her. Toy Biz, Deadpool. Let's see what else we got here. The newer Archangel, custom Toy Biz, Juggernaut there with the X-Men good guy colors. Bishop with the bald head, got the X-Men mansion gate here. Custom Magneto that I never really finished. The helmet actually doesn't fit on this head sculpt, so I F that up. But he looks okay as like kind of like that. Toy Biz, Cable, Juggernaut back here. And then we have the X-Men 5-pack from Legends, which is sealed. Still, it's got the X-Men display stands in it. I haven't opened it yet, but man, I just love this 5-pack. It's not worth anything. I got this one for, I want to say $40 plus shipping, which is the cost of, okay, let's put it this way. This whole 5-pack here with the Rogue, the Toy Biz Gambit, Toy Biz Magneto, and the Beast was cheaper. That whole pack was cheaper than this Beast by himself. This Beast by himself cost me more than that whole 5-pack. And the figures, you know, I mean, it's just the whole industry. It is getting expensive. But I do like this Beast. But I frickin' hate that head sculpt. I cannot stand the head sculpt. I'm not saying that it's not comic accurate. I'm just saying I hate it. So I bought a animated series head to go for that one, which is over there. I just haven't put it on yet. Let's see what else we got here. We got Jean with the other head on it from the Dark Phoenix. This Sauron. Okay, so I have a custom Sauron. See, this is what's weird about me. I basically have had all this stuff before Hasbro did it because I had customized them myself and I made them myself. So Professor X with a hover chair, I had one. I have a custom Sauron. This is my custom Sauron. He's all right, but I do have to admit, when it comes down to it, that the new Sauron that they did is amazing. Now, I'm not always up for the upgrades. Sometimes I like the newer figures, sometimes I like the older ones better. But this Sauron with the wingspan and just the way they did the wings and everything, it crushes my custom. It absolutely crushes it. And I am a big Sauron fan because I love X-Men from the 90s. So I really do love this figure. I think it's really, really amazing. I just got him with the wingspan there kind of spread, but that is an awesome figure too. I do also love the new Omega Red that they did, especially because it's got the butterfly joints there that you can do kind of some cool whipping, different poses and that with him. Looks really good. They did best the Toy Biz version. I still like the Toy Biz one because I like the tentacles that you can manipulate much better than these. But this one just looks sweet, and it's got the comic book coloring, which is really cool. Colossus there. Now here's some of my custom stuff. Like I said, I've had all this stuff before Hasbro redid it. It's only that they've been upgrading it. And then some of the figures I got, like Blink and stuff like that, I don't care about. You know what I mean? These are just extra new ones. So my collection was sort of finished even before, and what I've kind of done now is it's like upgrading. So this is the custom Professor X that I had that cost a lot more than the new one you can get. And again, they did trump it. The new one is better. I guess this one kind of works as like maybe a sleek Future-esque type version or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, so just a few, man. I'm not buying all the new stuff. I just get, you know, a few here and there. And with X-Men as my primary thing that I like to collect the most because of X-Men animated series when I was younger. So here we have the Wolverine shelf with just Wolverines. Lots of different Wolverines here. Favorite ones. So this is, again, is a custom, which is sort of like the Riders one that they did now. This would be like a, let's see, the Josh Whedon X-Men era. When they did that run, kind of smaller and kind of has street clothes on. There's the new 3-pack one, which I love. Also have a sealed 3-pack downstairs, which is really cool, which I'm going to keep sealed because I think it's going to be worth quite a bit one day. So sometimes I hang on to stuff in package if I think it'll be harder to get later on if I ever want a second one. Sometimes my stuff breaks too, and so if you have to go hunting for something, then it can kind of be expensive. In the back here, we've got an X-Men 90s playset, and I have the box too. It's in the closet there. Again, another older Cyclops and older Iceman and stuff like this mixed in. New Face-Off Wolverine there. Kind of excited for the new Sugarman set because that's kind of cool. You know, for Age of Apocalypse. Here we have an Iron Man shelf, somewhat with a couple spaces there for some of the ones that I had sold. Yeah, you know, I like this new one here. This is one I wanted to get for the movies because I did think that that was a great ending for Iron Man that they did in the movies, and that was awesome. Still have the stealth armor there from the first series of Marvel Legends. Some of the others, a couple customs here and there mixed in my armory, I guess. This shelf I haven't really finished. I've got some of the Eagle Moss collection Marvel Legends statues. There's a Sentinel there and that bigger one. I know you can't see it too well. Cap. The older Apocalypse. I do have the new Build-A-Figure one. I did buy the new Build-A-Figure one, so I'm going to be getting that pretty soon. The new Juggernaut, which looks kind of cool, but I don't like it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I got it for an okay price. It doesn't cost that much. It's kind of cool. You have the option for different hands and stuff. I don't really like it. I've got like probably 15 Juggernaut figures at this point. I really don't need it. I don't know. Maybe I'll hang on to it. It's kind of cool. It's got good articulation. But the Select one is still my favorite. Another Master Mold here with the Spider version to go with a custom morph that I have coming. Some turtles down here, which is just kind of staying here for now. And then the other shelf over here is a kind of like a villain shelf. I sold my Foom, which I kind of regret. Again, like I said, people just wanted the good stuff. They don't want like the other the other random figures and stuff. They just want to go for the good stuff. But still have this custom Red Skull that I did with the Nazi emblem and all that stuff, which would never make it to retail, right? Because of, well, politically incorrect. And sometimes I like the reality. I like politically incorrect reality, cruel, harsh reality, especially for villains. I really like that. I know it's a bit edgy sometimes, but I do. Oh, right, and did I mention that there's the Weapon X? New Weapon X is very cool. Really like that a lot. And then I have the one in the chamber, which is floating, which in the 90s set there. And I still love this Colossus, too. I don't have that newer Colossus. Oh, right, and there's in the back here, there's a Hobgoblin on a 90s glider, which is also very cool, which I got for a couple bucks off a guy. Yeah, so that's one of the rooms here that I have. Cap section over here. You see that there? I just have a lot of stuff, So that's why I sold some of it, to kind of clear out some room to be able to get a few of the newer things. But, I'm not collecting everything. Eagle Moss statues there and different stuff. I had a Predator display that I used to have, which was really cool with this Queen. And I did this custom hive, which is kind of neat. But I don't have it really, again, I don't really have room for it right now. I've got some mint on card Legends over here. I've got that Cyclops, which is kind of rare now. Granted, they did it with the jacket, so it doesn't matter. Another Gambit, Professor X mint, and because I just think that figure turned out, this was like a dream come true for X-Men fans. You guys have no idea how long I waited for them to do a Professor X with hover chair. Again, my custom cost over $100 for me to get, so to get this for like 50 bucks was, I just think is amazing. I might even get another one of those maybe. To have over time. Let's see. But again, space is always a concern. The X-Force. I have the set of these on card. The rest are downstairs. Maybe we'll go downstairs in a minute. I'll show you guys what else I have on card for Legends, because I do have a bunch of stuff. And then down here is kind of a Spider-Man section. I'm not a huge Spider-Man guy. I've said that before many times. I like Spider-Man. He's cool. I'm excited for that new Kingpin, because I didn't want to pay $200 for the Build-A-Figure one by itself, and what I consider to be a horrendous wave of figures. I really do. And aside from the wiped out Black Panther there at the back, here's my kind of Avengers shelf, which needs probably a little bit of work. I don't have an Iron Man over here. He's with the armory, so I got to do that. This face-off cap is broken. He fell off one day and broke his ankle, but I have another one over there, so that's cool. I hate the 80th anniversary cap with a passion. I refuse to buy them. The Thor's nice though, and the Iron Man's pretty cool, but I refuse to buy that one. I just think it's the face-off one I like a lot better. Sometimes I get annoyed when it's like 15 years later and then they release something that I think is worse than the one that was released 15 years before. I refuse to spend money on it. Custom Multiple Men, I still have these. Wouldn't be able to sell these now even if I wanted to. Basically worthless. Custom Omega Red with the tentacles. I have a kind of an evil morph here, who's going to get a better head soon with a jacket. And some of the other ones here. I don't have the new Mystique either. Again, I have 5 or 6 Mystiques. How many Mystiques do you want? Do you need? And I sold the Blob, which I also kind of regretting now. So
Again, like I said, people just wanted the rare, cool stuff, and they, it's just a pain in the ass. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll just kind of keep my Marvel Legends to a degree anyway, and that's kind of what I have done here. Sentry Dark Avengers type of display here with a custom Iron Patriot at the front, which I still like a lot. That one turned out great. Awesome Venom there, which they've made a million Venoms now too. That's a select Red Hulk in the back, select Thanos in the back, and I think that'll do it for what we have upstairs. But definitely, out of all the stuff I have up here, for me the highlight is the X-Men shelf. And I'm always in the market to get Sentinels. If I get a Sentinel for less than a couple $100, I'll buy it, just because it just adds to the army and it's just really cool. And the Sentinels are some of the best figures ever, I think. Oh yeah, and that new Ares is awesome too. I have the other Ares also, but that new black Ares that Hasbro did is incredible. A couple new updates here. The Emma, let's see. Yeah, that new Wolverine there that I got for $10 because nobody wanted him. He is better than that one there, I think. Let's see, all that stuff there. Astonishing, X-Men, different Colossuses. Yeah, that's about it for up here. Let's head downstairs, why don't we? Okay, we're downstairs. Forgive the bad lighting, but we'll just take a look at the Marvel Legends stuff down here. Here is the X-Men Animated Series Volume 1. I have all 5 volumes of this. Freaking love this. And, oh man, childhood right there, man. That and Turtles. It went Turtles and then X-Men. And, yeah, man. So we got just some different Legends on the wall here. I still have the original full set of the original Marvel Legends series. There's the Brown Pants Cable. Spider-Man Classics down there. Some of the others there. Got Savage Dragon, who's just chilling out here, just because I love the ability to be able to do some awesome poses, and the fingers can articulate too. Great double bicep pose right there for him. Batwing, Iron Man, Stealth Armor in the back in gold from the early sets. There's a Beast there. See another Beast. I have, what, 5 Beasts, 6 Beasts? It's stupid. Sometimes it just gets stupid. That's why I really got to watch it on the new Hasbro stuff, because it's like, do you need 10 Beast figures? I don't think anyone needs 10 Beast figures. It just gets stupid over the years, It's like, how much stuff do you need, man? You don't need that much stuff. So, yeah, I got to be really choosy nowadays for space and money too. Silver Surfer, that one's a nice one. That one's worth a bit now, I think. The Toy Biz version, which is pretty cool. Some of these are worth a good amount. Some are not. Some are only worth it for the Build-A-Figure piece, like the Mystique here. She's really, because they did a new one, she's really not worth anything, but she does have a Sentinel part, so maybe there's a little bit of value there if someone needs the torso and different stuff here. Another Weapon X up there, stuff here, and then this is all mostly DC stuff here on the table with this DC Universe display, and then some Turtle stuff over here too. More Legends in the background. And more DC stuff with our Gotham City display. And a few more Legends there. And some Selects there, which are kind of nice. So that's kind of cool. Select Gambit, Turtles. And here's another one of an Iron Man, which is a modern armor. Well, I guess what was modern back in the 90s. And then this set, like I said, I have here, which is cool in a D-top, which I'll keep well, because again, I just think that's an amazing set for an X-Men fan. And then in the background there, I have the others from that vintage X-Men set they did. And then what's that? I think that's about it for Marvel stuff. And then wrapping it up with the Black Apocalypse, who is rare. Oh yeah, there's an X-Jet up here too. You can't see that too well. It gets dark in the basement here. I didn't turn the arcade on, so. But the Black Apoc, love that one. That one is still sick. The Build-A-Figure, he's a Build-A-Figure variant, which they don't do that anymore. They might do swappable heads or parts, but they don't do Build-A-Figure variants. So that Apocalypse I'm going to keep for sure. And then an Age of Apocalypse custom that was done many, many years ago, which again they're going to redo, so will also be rendered useless. And I think that's it, guys. Yeah, that's basically all the Marvel Legends stuff that I have, and I'm keeping most of it for now. One day will I sell off the Toy Biz stuff? Maybe, but maybe I can hang on to it for another 5, 10, 15 years And then who knows, at that point, these figures might be worth $100 a figure or something. Probably, just based on the way things have been going. That's probably what will happen. So, good stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, you go ahead and thumb it up below. If you want to see more future collection update videos, you want to see some DC stuff or whatever, we could do that. And, yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon. For now, as always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.